What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick Mid 10 Outdoors. Let's get this party started. Make sure we got everything in line here. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. All right, so we're live. Got 2 in the chat. We'll get some more people in here and we'll get this thing really going. I don't know where everybody's from and who all's in, but we're getting some rain in Nashville tonight. In old Middle Tennessee. Do that. Okay. We'll start getting a bunch of people in here. I will edit this to go live later as far as I hope I don't kill anybody's ears. To go live later on YouTube so anybody can watch it later. There is Hike Camp. How you doing, sir? How is your evening going so far tonight? Hope everything's going great. Start out with we got rain tonight. Looks like rain all the way through next week. We have all of a sudden become Seattle. Yeah, it's not looking too bad right now. Up to the north of us, though, it's looking kind of rough. But anyway, how in the world are you, Hike Camp? Whoever else is in. Show 3 watching. Going to talk about the tools of our trade. Good as an old guy can expect. Is it warming up there, Max? Is y'all's weather starting to warm up? I mean, we've been in the 70s all week. Today was the coolest day we've had, which was mid-60s and rainy. It's supposed to be rainy all weekend and all the way through next week. We could talk about one little thing real quick. Everybody wants to be a homeowner. I can tell you, last 2 years, let's see, much better, still cold at night. Yeah. Thank God it's not really cold here right now, because as of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, let's see, Thursday, we were told we got to have a new unit put in upstairs. So I have no central heat and air upstairs right now. Thank God it's mild temperatures. It's kind of cool out there. So anyway, thanks, Max. I'm glad you like that. So yeah, everybody wants to be a homeowner until, like last year, for instance, we had dryer go bad. No, year before last we had dryer go bad. This year we've had to have all kinds of work done on the ducting for the dryer. So that was a bunch of money out the door. Last year we had to replace the downstairs central heat and air unit, which is a combo pack, which was $5,600. You know, just got it laying around. So then as of yesterday, we were told we got to have an upstairs unit, $6,100. So might as well say $12,000 later, we've put two air conditioning units in this house, one for the upstairs and one for the downstairs. The upstairs gets done Thursday. So Chase, while you're trying to sleep, I am sorry, buddy, but there will be a lot of beating and banging going on in your vicinity. So anyway, jump change. What's up, Bill? Y'all ready for tomorrow? Bill and a bunch of them are headed down to AOP. I'm sticking around the house. Kind of got to. I wished I could go. Would love to go. And some of the stuff we're going to be talking about tonight. I got to mute the phone. Getting messages in the messaging department. Getting ready for bed. I hear you, Bill. I hear you. I won't be long for going to bed after this. But one of the things we're going to go over tonight is talking about the tools of our craft. And when I mean tools of our craft, GoPros, cameras, editing, all that good crap that goes into what we do. For instance, I mean, the last trip I did with Bill, I had two cameras on me. I gotta set something down. I had two cameras on me on that trip. I had the GoPro, which was mounted to the windshield. And then I had this, which I was holding handheld and did a lot of our pictures and stuff like that and other video with us. GoPro was done on the windshield mount, of course. Of course, with the GoPro, I've got many different ways of carrying that thing, right down to attachments for selfie sticks, underwater, which you really don't need with the newer GoPros, right down to backpack strap. This just clips onto your backpack and GoPro mounts to here. And then you got the single grip with floaty, and it will float. We tested it out. Yep, money in, but none out. Yeah, that is what I'm working on right now. That is one of my main goals for this year, is to make this pay something eventually. Hopefully. I hope that this year is the year. Would love to do this full time, and who knows, we may get that break this year that we've been looking for. Setup looks official. Thanks. It'll still probably be set up tomorrow when you're at home, and you might can help me take it down. Still have the suction cup mark on the window. Yeah. Bill talking about the suction cup mount on the windshield. I just cleaned my windshield the other day because of, I don't know what the hell got on it and the side windows, but I had to do a major clean on it. But the suction cup mounts in different spots of the windshield of my truck, and then getting into Heather's van tonight to go grab a little dinner and pick up some stuff for the house. I looked, and where we went to Virginia in that van, and I used the GoPro in the windshield of it. You could see where I'd suction cupped it to the windshield of her van. Kind of funny. But one of the things I'm going to get into this year is more set up with the cameras and getting more shots. I still got 300 to go on subs. Max, you may get that 300 subs before you realize it. I mean, the videos you're putting out, I'll tell you what, you're hitting a niche right now with your backpack hacks. That's pretty cool. And the water bottle thing I thought was excellent today that came out. I really like that one. Matter of fact, before I go any further with camera stuff, I want to give some shout outs. Everybody go check out Max at Hike Camp. He's got some pretty cool videos. Just put one out today. It's a hack for putting a water bottle on your backpack strap, which is pretty cool. Tell you another video, another YouTuber to go watch. He just put out his last video from the Grand Canyon. I'm sure he'll be following up with stuff back up in PA. That's Kurt Zitzelman Outdoors. If you haven't seen his videos from the Grand Canyon, go check it out. I don't know what, he had 4 or 5 videos from the Grand Canyon, including his 2 video overnighter, or maybe 3 videos he did overnight down in the canyon one night. Joe Robinette has just started a series where he's doing the 3 days. I think it's 2 days. Yeah, it's either 3 days, 2 nights, something like that. Of course, it's in Canada, so it's in the snow and all that stuff. Trying to think, somebody else put out a pretty good one today too. Syntex 77, if you're into backpacking, he put out a pretty good one today. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Oh, for us overlanders and Jeeps and stuff, Ozark Overland put out I think his first one from their trip that they did. He puts out some pretty cool videos too, so go check him out if you're into the overlanding and the Jeeps and that kind of thing. They do some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Chase, I know. But hey, this was a lot cheaper and easier. Hey, okay, Forging and Adventure, what's up? How are you doing? You've been putting up some videos here recently. Been watching them. I get to watch it work quite a bit. Don't tell work that, but I do get to watch YouTube quite a bit of work. One of the things, like I said, one of the things I want to talk about is our what we do to create our craft. Like tonight, I'm filming on something else. I'm filming on my MacBook Pro using the mic the cam that's on the MacBook. Plus, I'm using the newer overhead mic. Hope it's sounding good out there. Hopefully, the internet's going good and Chloe's not on it. We know Chase is not on it because he's at work. Hopefully Chloe's not up there streaming a movie or a TV show, which she may be. It is what it is. But we'll talk about what we do for our craft. I call it a craft. I call it art, because we are creating art with our stuff. Max uses, he uses the, I'm glad the mic sounds good. I kind of repositioned it a little bit tonight, and I've been kind of fiddling with it throughout the week. Max, what is that camera you use? The little handheld? It's a DJI, I think, right? Let him respond. And of course, Max also uses a drone, which I drug my drone out here recently. If you saw the snow video from us, I flew the drone in the snow, and that turned out pretty darn cool. DJI M Pocket. Well, the only DJI product I own is the Spark. There's my Spark. I'm going to fly it more this year. I've got some tricks and stuff I want to do with it. I saw a neat little thing. I tell you what, I'm going to go over some channels I watch from time to time. One of them is Peter McKinnon. If any of you know Peter McKinnon or have seen his stuff, he's actually going through a big purge of camera equipment too. The M typo. Oh, sorry. That's right. It's DJI Pocket. He's got that as your drone, a DJI also. But there's a guy that's come up with a mount for the drones. These are on a gimbal. So he's using it for doing different kind of shots with that gimbal on there. and not flying the drone, but using it at ground level, which is pretty cool. That camera on the laptop. Is that better? Mavic Air. Okay. Eventually, one of these days, I'm going to get the remote control instead of using my phone for that DJI. I've always used my phone with it. I've never flown it. The highest I got it is 130 feet. I'm going to tell you something. You get that thing 130 feet, that's up there. I mean, you can see the little lights blinking, but that's about it. When it was snowing the other few weeks back and we had it up in the snow, Chloe said all she could see was the little lights because it was all white coming down and you couldn't see the thing, but it did really good in the snow. I was shocked. I know you're not supposed to fly them in the rain, but I flew that sucker in the snow and it did good. It didn't lose it. It's back. So anyway, talking about the GoPro setups, which I guess if you're a backpacker, I know that's what Kurt used quite a bit on his. Well, that's what he used to film all of his stuff at Grand Canyon was on GoPro. I think he's got a Hero 7 or 8. You're going to get good footage. You can get 4K footage. You get 1080p. You can really work with the footage on there, doing some slow-mos and stuff like that with these. The only thing this one has a problem with is the onboard mic stinks. It really does stink. It's not worth a crap. I do have an external setup to put mic on this. Matter of fact, I can use the mic that's on my DSLR now on that GoPro with that setup. I will say the mic on this is pretty good. Now, a lot of the vlogging stuff I do and hikes I do is with this camera, with the flip up screen. So I get quite a bit, real good audio off of it. Now, as you know, in here, I'm changing up some things too. Got a different tripod right here. This is a newer carbon fiber legs. The only thing that makes this heavy is the ball system on it is real heavy, but I really like the ball system on this thing. I also like the way I can adjust this thing out, tilt it out over the workbench. And I have changed the way my workbench looks now. I went to a fabric store, spent $6 on a thing of burlap to lay on top of it for my backdrop looking down. So it's more of a neutral tone than the scratched up old workbench. The other thing I purchased and have started using, and you will start seeing it in a couple of videos pretty soon. Got a slider. I really like this thing. Carbon fiber legs here. I like the way this thing works. I think I'm going to be taking it on a couple of trips too, because like I said, you can pull off some pretty cool shots. I'm really going to amp up my video game quite a bit on how I film and the way I film. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of different channels on video and on production and shooting film or shooting videos and stuff. And that's one of the things I'm going to start working on is how I lay out my shots, how I lay out my stories and all that, and make it a true story when you watch a video. Something else I found annoying, I guess you could say, are these things, these camera straps that come on these cameras. Even this DSLR, this is the strap that came on it. Now, what becomes a problem is when you're getting ready to film and throwing a camera on a tripod or a slider, and you have this hanging off, and you go through and to take it off, and then you have to feed it back through and start all over. Well, I have found in this, once again, watching Peter McKinnon talking about this, and I happened to see these things hanging off his camera, and I thought, what is that? What in the world is that? Well, that's a camera strap company called Peak Design. If you've never heard of them, look them up. They have them on Amazon. But basically, here is your strap. I like this stuff. It's kind of like a seatbelt material, real strong. The clips, let me find this. This is a little accessory pack that came with it. You get, basically you get 2 of those things to put on your camera. There's your little shock cords right there. That's what they look like. And what this does, here's your strap. And this slides into the strap and locks in. And I mean, it locks in good. You have to push down on this to make that slide back out. And then your strap comes off. This is buy a new, pretty much an $800 camera. You don't want just, if you're free gunning and you don't have a tripod or a Joby tripod on it, you want a strap on it. You don't want to take a chance on dropping it. And, so that's what I went with. I like this is the leash. They make one that's bigger. I like the way they've got this rigged up here. When you go to tighten it and loosen it, you pull here, kind of like on a backpack strap. This loosens the tension and allows you to slide it up and down on the strap itself. And then once it's down, it doesn't move. I mean, it's not sliding out of place. And I'm pulling that pretty hard. Chase, no weak jokes right now. But I really like this camera strap. What I also like is with my little camera, if I want to do a strap, they even have a hot shoe mount that you can use with these attached to it. You can order these extra if you need to on Amazon. But I find it really cool how this works, how this strap system works. And I think it's, like I said, that one right there, that's their thinnest strap they have. They have a wrist strap, and then they have a thicker strap that's thicker this way. This one was $39, but I think it's going to be well worth it. I mean, it's way more comfortable than this. A lot more comfortable than this. I kind of like it being thinner because it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's as weighty as everything else that I've, with that. Like I said, you clip them on and the camera's there. You can even wear it where your camera's hanging out over here out of the way. So anyway, you can do all kinds of things. I love this strap. I love it. I've been monkeying with it all week and carrying it around. I really like it. Yeah, Max, now I've got to put it to work and put some stuff out there. I was supposed to go with Bill and them tomorrow, and I wished I could, but I've got some things that's come up here at home that I kind of need to hang out around the house. Like I said, they're going down to AOP, which is Adventure Off-Road Park near Chattanooga in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. They're actually doing a charity ride for, if Bill's still in here, he may have gone to bed because they got to get up stupid early in the morning, which I've couple of cups of coffee and I would have been fine. But it's a charity ride. I think it goes towards a soldier's child. So it's going towards, I think it's for Christmas for children's toys and stuff like that for soldiers that I don't know the full background. We'll have to get, I'll have to get Tim one night. We'll do a thing about it, maybe get some other people in here, off-road people in here, and we'll talk about it and see if we can't spread the word a little more. I would have loved to go into that and filmed it, the whole thing, but I like I said, I got to hang out around here this weekend. But we will get one before it's over with. We will definitely. Kids that lost both parent or both parents, active duty. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for throwing that in there. I wasn't exactly 100% sure what it went for, but I knew it was something to do with military, which everybody knows on this channel. if you've watched my channel, you watch my Instagram, Facebook page, I'm very pro-military, fire, police. You know, those guys do something that above and beyond. Matter of fact, throw this out there real quick. Metro police officer darn near lost his life today. He's still in critical condition, but stable. Thank God the perk that shot him, well, they ain't gonna have to worry about any kind of trial or anything because they didn't make it. Oh well. Yeah, it's a pretty neat program. I wish I've paid a little more attention to it. Tim is Bill, is he considered a retired Marine, I guess? Because he was in Iraq for a while. This is the fellow we're talking about is actually Bill's brother-in-law from his sister, his little kid sister I used to play ball with. Anyway, yeah, it's a pretty neat thing. We'll get all that on film. We're gonna get that on film before it's over with. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He was in. I know he was a Marine. You know that Toby Keith song, "All Else Fails, Call a Marine." Wait a minute, I'm fixing to get a hike camp going because I think he was Army. All branches serve one another at some point. Trust me. The Army boys or the Marine boys want to go anywhere, they have to call them the Navy. Oh, okay. So Bill just put on the Facebook page right there in the chat, guys. So check that out when you get a chance on Facebook. But it's a really good cause. Like I said, I will get with them at some point when they do another ride, and we'll film the whole thing and put it out there for everybody to see. I think it's a really cool thing. Anything we can do for servicemen and women and their kids, you know, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. Us as a family, we do a lot of stuff. I mean, Chase has placed flags at the cemetery here in Nashville. It's a big veteran cemetery. He's placed flags there before. I've placed them as a kid. And I mean, until you've done that or had to do, or done that, you know, it hits home. I'll tell you another thing. We'll get back into the camera equipment and stuff. Another thing that hits home too is I've done as an adult and as a youngster. I have done the Veterans Day parade here local in Nashville, and seeing those guys, and back then World War II, Korea, Vietnam, you know, seeing those guys standing there watching us walk down the street, and it all right, Bill, good night, bud. Have a safe trip tomorrow. Send some pictures, post some good stuff. Until you see their faces, you don't know what I mean, you don't. I'm walking in a parade. That's what you think at first, but then you see their faces, then you see their family standing with them, and see the pride in their family and see the pride in their faces. All right, cool. Get some video. Can't wait to see it. Hey, remember, you got to drive it home. Got to drive it home, brother. But it adds a whole different emotion to you when you see that. That's like placing the flags at the cemetery, going back afterwards and seeing the people come through and seeing how they react to the flags at those tombstones. You know, it's right there. It hits. It's really something special. And I know there's a lot of people in this country that don't respect the military like they need to, or the police, or the fire. Anybody that's in public service work whatsoever. Our doctors and nurses, I mean, my God, the crap they've been through for the last year. But law enforcement and fire departments, they didn't quit either. Neither did our soldiers. And, we have to, I'm sorry, but the lack of respect for them people, and yeah, there are bad cookies in all of it. You'll always have a bad cookie somewhere in in that stuff. And you know what? Let the good cookies weed the bad cookies out, and we'll be good. We have an oversight. Okay, I'm getting off topic, way off topic. We have an oversight committee over Metro Police Department right now. The chairman just had to resign because of 2 infractions. One is a convicted felon. 2, you're supposed to be registered to vote to be on this thing, and he can't register to vote. That was our oversight committee over the police department. Good vetting, Metro. Good vetting. Anyway. Oh, well, don't want to get me started. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. Hope Bill and them have a good trip. Like I said, I would love to be down there and, hang out with them and film it. And hopefully everybody makes it back and nobody gets anything tore up and everybody's in one piece. But anyway, talking about filming. So I'm going to take some different aspects of the filming this year too. Like I said, I got my SL3. I've got several different ways I can outfit this thing to take on trails and stuff. I've got the Joey Pod tripod that I can take. Now I can convert this and do a couple of things. If I can remember which way it slides. Plus I have my camera strap. Sorry, I bet that echoed real hard. Plus I have my camera strap. Well, then I've got this other thing. We loosen the microphone and we slide this bad boy on here like so. As soon as I learn how to unscrew, lefty, righty, lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Screw that on like so. Slide this on like so. So then I can use the camera like this. So you're hand holding it and doing panning shots back and forth, but it gives you a more stable way of doing that. One of the things I'm learning from watching different ones like Peter McKinnon, there's a couple other guys out there. When you're filming with cameras like this, it's best to hold it with 2 hands. Don't try to one-hand it and think you're going to get it right, because it's not. The more stable you can make that camera, the better your shots are going to be. I'm no professional, but I want to be a damn good amateur at it. That's for sure. So that right there, there's all kinds of cool shots I can get with that. The tripod, the different positions this thing will get in, right down to pretty much laying the camera on the ground, is really cool, because these legs will fold all the way out completely flat. And I mean, you talk about some neat shots with this. That's going to be some pretty cool shots. Of course, I got sandbags that I can hang off of it to weight it down and keep it from going anywhere. And we'll do that too. Like I said, it's going to be using some more of the different angles and different views. And when I use the slider, I can come up with some different shots. But one of the things I'm learning too a lot is how your B-roll helps tell the story of your videos. And that's something I want to work on this year more than anything, is not just that one shot of this product or that mountain. I want to tell the story of that mountain, tell the story of how we get into that mountain, tell the story of how this works and how you can use it, So every video, when you're shooting a video, like even product video, becomes a story, not just a video about that product. So yeah, when I say I'm stepping up my game this year, I'm really stepping up my game. Behind me, now I posted a picture on Instagram just a little bit ago about this. This is nothing but a cloth material behind me, or a vinyl hanging behind me, but it looks so much better than that, just the crap in the garage. And I've actually cleaned out quite a bit of that crap in the garage, and there's a lot more fixing to go. I have an idea with the cab of the truck to turn it into kind of a studio itself. So that's something that might happen at some point. We'll see. But when we get out filming, and I can understand if you're on a backpacking trip, maybe just carrying something like this, this set up with a GoPro and a selfie stick, which is selfie stick. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, here we go. It extends quite a bit. You've got the foam pad, so you're not transferring sound up to the stick. And that's another thing, is your audio. Your audio has to be on point too. Max has a pretty cool wireless mic he uses quite a bit. At some point I may get into something like that. But I'm pretty happy with the audio this is putting out, this Boya. This, I'm going to say this is your cheap end of not having to run a Rode mic. This is a newer mic. It seems to be doing good. The audio seems, the first 3 videos or live streams I've done have been with this microphone. So I like how it's working out. I like how these. So if you want to look, I mean, this is probably the most expensive thing I've got on the camera as far as small stuff, is this, which was $80. But then I've got a $40 or so mic that is working as well as a $80 to $100 mic is working. And it has the dead cat on it, or you can put just the foam pad. I have the foam one on it when I'm recording in here because I don't need to worry about the air. Now on this, yeah, you're okay. That's a Rode Go mic, and it's a little wireless mic. He's shown it off before in other videos. It's a really cool mic. I like that. How much was that thing, Max? As far as a wireless mic goes, I like that, and that would work great even with my DSLR. It might. I'd have to look and see. Does it record to the mic pack, or does it record to the camera, Max? How does that work? I've never looked it up. But as I was saying, I've got the GoPro device that connects to this, so you can plug a mic into it. Man, I tell you what, when you look at that, it looks like the screen's messed up, but it's not. But it allows you to use a outside mic outside of the GoPro mic, because they're not that great. The newer ones are much better. But I want to discuss a new camera that's out. Matter of fact, I'm going to direct you to Peter McKinnon for the review on this camera that's out now, that I think is kind of I'm going to say it's probably a GoPro killer. I'm just going to say it. It's a GoPro killer. It's the Insta360 Go 2. That's a picture of it. It's $299 for everything you see there. Now, this little, use my bird finger, this little pendant thing is just under $200. It has a receiver that plugs into the camera. Okay, so it would work like this does, plugging into the side of the camera, except for it'd have the base here and have the mic on me. That would be kind of cool. That don't tell my wife, but that may be the next purchase. Anyway, the Insta360, the coolness on this thing is it uses a magnet. It's got a built-in magnet on it. There's its case. The case actually becomes what shoots the video and everything for the camera, or it's the remote for the camera. There is the cap mount for it. It's a magnet inside of it too. There's the pendant. Now, the way this pendant works is you can put it on like a necklace under your shirt. You stick the camera to that, and the magnet sticks to each other. Now, I did read this as a little warning on here about this thing. If you have a pacemaker, you want to stay away from it because that magnet can mess with your pacemaker. So anyway, but the footage coming out of this thing is 4K. I think I read, I may be wrong. I think I read up to 120 frames per second. So can you imagine the slow-mo shots you can get with this thing? I mean, that is awesome. 120 frames per second, 4K. I mean, you can see the eyelashes flying off of a person. That's how slow it slows it down. I have the Rode Go 2 out now that comes with 2 mics, but has a $300 price tag. Ooh, wow. That is expensive. This crap is expensive, isn't it? The other thing I like about this Instant 360, which I'm not going to get anytime soon, I don't foresee me getting this, is you can control it with your phone just like you can GoPro and just like you can Canon. You can control everything with your phone, but that is a super cool. Okay, wait a minute. I told you wrong. You can do 4K at 50 frames per second, which is still, when you slow that 50 frames per second down, you're really getting a fine thread of, picture. Waterproof up to 4 meters, which is 13 feet. Hands-free, free float stabilization is another thing. Built-in stabilization. That's another thing. When you're hiking, walking, or doing anything like that, you got to have that stabilization. Now, the next lens I'm actually going to buy for this camera is probably going to be another, like a wide angle, not a telephoto, but probably a wide angle with built-in stabilization. Now, the camera has built-in stabilization, but you can also get the lens with stabilization and have both of them on, and then you cut out a lot, if not all, of jitter that you would normally get. This camera has built-in stabilization, and so is the GoPro. And of course, we know how the DJI Spark works. It stable is stable going to get. Oh, Bill's messaging me. He's not in the bed yet. Anyway, sorry. He was telling me they've got the body cam footage of that officer today. Sad thing. Sad thing. I think this person that shot him had multiple warrants for him. Just a bad deal altogether. Bad deal altogether. So anyway, we're talking about cameras. Talking about our work. I don't call it work. I call it fun. I would love to get paid for this, and I'm working on that. Working on it really hard. I would love to be able to quit my job and do this full time and be out every day video filming for you guys and creating some monster videos. I've got in mind my first real outdoor adventure video and how I want to film it and how I want to do everything with it. So I can't wait to do that. And I'm hoping in the next week or so we start on that, because it's going to take at least a whole weekend to film this thing the way I want to do it. But it'll be my first outdoor video back in the outdoors. So that probably won't come out till April, because I've pretty much got March shot. But that's why I'm putting out a lot of stuff here recently. I'm trying to get my numbers up, trying to get my viewer hours up. I've got the subscribers. I just got to get the viewer hours up. I feel like I'm getting close, and I am. It's creeping up a little bit more every time. This kind of thing helps a lot. But people clicking on the videos, subscribing, and watching the videos helps even more. I did look at that today again. Sometimes that makes me kind of sick to see that 90% of the people that are watching the channel are not subscribed. And there's only like 8%, like it's 90 point something percent. And then there's 8% that actually are subscribed that watch the channel, which I love all my subscribers. I'm glad I've got them. It would be good to see you back out, brother. It would feel so much better to be out. I mean, riding in the Jeep a few weeks back when we did that off-road trip, it felt so good to get out there. But it would feel better to even get out further and get out there and, camp. That's going to be happening. Chase is going to be my guinea pig for the first camping trip. He doesn't know it yet, but it's going to happen. I just got to get everything planned out. I've already got in plans where I want to do my first hike. It's going to be a short one, but it's going to be the first hike. I'm glad you accept, Chase. You didn't have any choice. You may be 22, but you still live in my house. But anyway, so we're going to look at that coming up here pretty soon. I've kind of got an idea where I want to go on my first camping trip back out. And many who do watch don't bother to hit the like. Yes, hit that like button. That helps so much. Commenting helps so much too. All of it plays with that algorithm, and people say, oh, the algorithm doesn't matter. They're full of crap. If they believe that, if they believe that the tags don't matter, they're full of crap. Don't listen to that stuff. And I think too, being on multiple platforms, putting your stuff out there helps too. Instagram, I am slowly but surely catching up to my subscribers count on YouTube, on Instagram, and have had some things come up on Instagram that can't say anything about yet, but I'll bring to YouTube at some point too. But yeah, I'm sitting at 917 followers on Instagram, and here of late, it's been crawling every day, getting more and more followers every day, which is really cool. The website's getting more traffic, which is awesome. And that's mid10outdoors.org. It should be down there in the bottom somewhere. So anyway, I'm upping my video game big time. I'm upping everything. I mean, I'm all in this year. And if it happens, I mean, it's got to happen. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep doing this because I love to do it, and I'm going to bring you the best videos. And I think that's another key thing too, is love what you're doing. Do it for the fun of it. And if it turns into something, then you've won tenfold. Don't have Instagram and quit posting on Facebook. Handy Camper, what is up, brother? Max, I'll tell you what, there is some really nice stuff. There's some really cool stuff on Instagram. You have to weed through some of the other crap, but that's the one thing I like about Instagram is you can weed out the crap. I block people. I block some of the stuff. I've had to block some stuff on there, but that's fine. But I mean, there's a lot of outdoor people that are out there on Instagram. A lot of the big companies are on Instagram, and they're seeing people like me, like some other people. And that's how they're picking up some, help. And that's what gets you that next level is that help. But I also think if you're putting out the videos, you're putting out good content. And Max, trust me, sir, you're putting out some pretty cool content, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen real quick. I know and this is something that I didn't understand either. I was content with putting out a video a week and doing, what I could when I could. And then I find out, here's this guy sitting over here that's got so many followers, and I look and he's put out like 1,000 videos in almost 2 years' time. And I'm thinking, God, it's taken me almost 7 years to put out 600. So yeah, there's some, it's some work, and I plan on putting in the work. I will have to think about it, Max, but there's a lot of YouTube channels on Instagram, and I'll tell you another little trick I'm doing. But here's some of the pictures I'm posting on Instagram right now. Some of the EDC post pictures. God, I can't speak. Posted this, showing off the background behind me. Then I'm also using it to promote the videos that are coming up, like this right here. Posted this the other day before the new camera video come up. And I'll post one again Tuesday for the video that's coming up Tuesday. And then on there, I posted that we hit 325,000 views on YouTube, which was pretty cool. Thanks. All right, I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. That background, the frame, and everything. You ready for this? I've got $64 in it. $64 is all I've got. And trust me, if it comes down, you're going to see the crap in the garage. Matter of fact, let's see. Here's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. It is hiding all the crap in the garage. But, I mean, I've done quite a bit in here. If Chase was still in here, and I think he probably is. I've done a lot of cleaning out. Got a lot more to clean out. And it's happening. It's going to happen. But yeah, I like this. This is really cool. Me and the wife just set it up here a little while ago. I'll probably take it down tonight before after I get done with this, and while this is going up. But I like it because it looks like I'm in a studio now, but I'm not. But who cares? It works. Look at there. Handy Camper just started following me on Instagram. What's up, brother? I followed you back. So I will admit this real quick. Guys, your boy is on TikTok. I am on TikTok and promote the channel there. And I have picked up a handful of subscribers from TikTok. So it's all about, and I'll tell you what, the world's greatest promoter of all times, in my eye, the world's greatest promoter of himself has always been Jimmy Buffett. If you don't believe me, go read his story and pay attention to the way he's come up in the music world. He's never relied on the academies. He's never relied on radio. He's never relied on anything else but what he has done for himself. And somebody says, well, how good has he done? He owns hotels. He owns Margaritaville, the Margaritaville name. Chase, doesn't he own Dolphin Stadium, I think? Owns a big chunk of Dolphin Stadium in Miami. The guy has self-promoted himself, and that's how he's gotten where he's gotten. YouTube's kind of the same way. If you want to promote your channel, you have to get out further and get outside of YouTube alone, because when you're small like we are, the algorithm is not going to play into your favor. But when you put yourself out there on Instagram, you put yourself out there on Twitter, which I'm not great on Twitter. I'm not a big fan of Twitter anymore. Facebook, what happens on Facebook is when I post on Instagram, it goes to my Facebook page. So that's how that works. I'm not a Dolphins fan. I have no clue. But it's a lot. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work, but there's been a lot of nights I don't go to bed super early, but I go to bed pretty early at night. But there's, at nights winding down, watching the news, I'm setting stuff up to post. Because there's a lot of the different ways you can time set things to post, just like videos. I've got the next 3 videos ready to go, or 2 videos. Ooh, I hadn't posted the other one yet, but I have all the videos in queue ready to go. Matter of fact, I got the video coming out this next week. I'll go ahead and promote myself. Is first time campers. Just going over some stuff for first time campers. And then I've got a 2021 EDC gear update. I'm doing that one the week after next. And I've got a couple other things that are going to be fillers. Won't be a Saturday video this week, but there will be next week. So that's where we're headed. Next live stream is going to be done on StreamYard. That way I can start bringing in guests. Got a couple of people I'm thinking about that I'm going to bring in on guests on the first couple of these. That's something I'll have to work out once I get that going. Would love to have any of you guys on here. A couple of videos over the last few months that have. Yeah, Handy, I have 2 here of lately. I tell you what, it was either last year or year before last, I had a video blow up that I didn't expect to do anything. And it was a headlamp video, and it blew up. And it's got me a bunch of subscribers from that video. But then I've got some other videos, and Chase brought it up tonight. It's weird how some videos will go up 25, 30 views. That's it. Some videos will go up 100, 150, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. Where'd that come from? It's what is that? Well, that I still say it has a lot to do with what you put in there as your taglines, your video description, your video description, your video well, I can't think of the other thing, the keywords, but your title has a lot to do with it too. So if people are searching that title out, say GoPro Hero 5 for video in 2021, well, people are looking at that, that maybe just starting out and want to know, well, how does that camera perform? Well, video wise, it performs great. Audio, it sucks. You have to get an outside mic on the thing. This camera, if I would suggest this camera, and this is the 1080p version, there's a newer version that's 4K. I would highly recommend this. The other thing it helps too is when people watch your videos, and up there at the top right now, there's 3 check marks or 3 thumbs up. Those thumbs up mean everything in the world too. The thumbs down even mean something and help a lot. Commenting on videos helps a lot. There's a lot of times I don't comment on the videos right away when I'm watching people's videos, but then I'll go back and comment later, especially if I'm at work. A lot of times I'll have videos on and I'll be playing them, watching them and working at the same time, and keep an eye on what's going on, and multitasking. Okay. Multitasking. But, and I've said a long time ago, or in recent videos, that if you haven't got the money for cameras and stuff and all this stuff, this right here does the same thing that we're doing with these and the GoPros and not the drones. unless you throw it up in the air, I guess. But these can, I mean, can shoot in 4K also. And you get an external mic that plugs into this. And if you have an Android, you can get an external mic plugged into it. You're going to get some good audio out of this thing, and you're going to get some good video out of this thing. Now, you're not going to get the zoom and the, the 24 megapixel picture that you get out of this thing, but you will get some damn good stuff off of your phone. And I suggest to anybody, if you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to get started with your phone, do it. Do it. Get started with your phone. You can do what I'm doing right now on my MacBook Pro and this microphone. You can do that on this. You can do that on this just as easy, if not easier. I've got a dual monitor set up, and I was messing with it a little bit tonight before I did this, and I've decided that I'm not going to use the big monitor yet. If I do use the big monitor, I'm just going to put everything up there, but it would take my traction away from the camera unless I start using one of those cameras as filming this. We'll just see. This thing behind me is 8 feet across, and I'm actually using all 8 feet, because if I turn this a little bit this way, you see the border right here. If I turn it a little bit too far that way, you see the border over there. So you get it centered up just right. Magic. YouTube magic. Video magic. Right. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Hi, Camp, you're correct. You are very correct. It doesn't get you sustainable subscribers. It'll get you that person that I want something free subscriber. Now, I'm not saying I've got a bunch of those, but there was a handful of those that were in there that disappeared right after the giveaway was over with. And, I gave away some nice stuff, and you did too. We all have. And you think that's going to make your channel grow, but it's not. It's what you're putting on the screen. That's what makes your channel grow and grow strong. There's a difference. Yeah, you can do a giveaway. I can give away this house, and I might get 10 million subscribers tonight. If I was to say I'm giving away this house and it's broke air conditioner, and I bet I can get 10 million subscribers in 24 hours time. And in a month, when I give it away, I bet my subscriber count just, because everybody's like, I don't want to see anything he does anymore. He's not giving away something. I hate to say that, but that's the way I feel. I'll participate in some of the giveaways, and a lot of them I don't participate in. I just don't. It's the likes, the analytics, and a few other things. YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Handy nailed it. He nailed it. If you catch somebody's eye, they're going to come back and watch every time. For instance, there's a guy I follow. He does overlanding. Is Primal Outdoors. If anybody's ever watched any of Primal Outdoor stuff, one of the main things I watch about his is the way he videos stuff and what he does taking pictures of landscape. And he kind of quit taking landscape pictures for a while, but he's getting back into it. And he takes some awesome pictures of landscape stuff. Peter McKinnon, go. If you can get past the hipster stuff of him, go look at some of his pictures that he's put out over the years. Freaking brilliant. And some, what he calls his bucket list shots, shots you get of something that, you would never thought you would have gotten. That's what I want to do too, is I want to get some of those bucket shots that go, look at this picture and blow it up, put it on my wall, put it somewhere. Being consistent helps too. Around here, we have YouTube Tuesday. That's when my main video goes up, is on Tuesdays. I've just started doing the live streams about every 2 weeks. And a lot of people know that every 2 weeks I'm doing a live stream on Friday night, 9 o'clock. And I'm going to I'm going to change my banner on my channel thing to state that now. So every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, every 2 weeks at 9 o'clock. And it's just something I'm going to stick with. The Saturday thing is kind of a vloggy type video. May make a video hunting down stuff, hunting down things for the next trip or hunting down things for the next video. I'm still got a video in mind that I'm going to do. I did a poll on Instagram. I did a poll on YouTube. Everybody's all for it. It's going to happen. Probably going to happen in the month of April, though. Got to get this stinky air conditioner replaced. Let's see. That's one of my biggest things I'm trying to do. More consistent. Yep. More consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. That's why I've always been on Tuesday. Always been my prime video. Friday nights, 9 o'clock, every 2 weeks is my prime live. And then Saturdays is going to become more of a vlog video. Like I said, what I may do is on the Saturdays Fridays I do this, I won't do a Saturday video. Let this be the speak for the Saturday video. But that's something that I look forward to doing is doing some more stuff, just doing some more, telling stories with these videos too. That's what I want to do, is tell stories, especially with the trip videos, the camp videos. Tell the story about the camping trip, tell the story about the Jeep adventures. I felt like that video, I did a few more things than normal on that video, and I feel like that really showed this time too. So it's been pretty popular. It's actually gotten a lot of views. So anyway, we've been on here an hour. I've had a lot of fun. Run my mouth a lot. But I have appreciated the heck out of everybody being here. So I'm going to go ahead and announce it so everybody knows. I can't do polls. Why can't you? You got to have 1,000 subscribers to do polls, Max? Hey, when this video goes up, everybody that watches it tonight, go sub to Max. Go sub to Hike Camp. Matter of fact, I'm going to start a campaign. We're going to get you 1,000 subscribers. Good subscribers, too. You just wait and see. I'm going to make it happen. You deserve it. So, what I'm going to do now, oh my God. 2 weeks from now will be the 26th. Or I can do the 2nd. We'll do April 2nd. April 2nd will be the next meeting of the outdoor crew. By gosh. So you got to have 1,000. Oh crap. Sorry, Max. We're going to get Max to 1,000 subscribers. Handy, see if you can't help out on that. Help me with getting Max to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, we'll do the 26th. We'll do March 26th. I'll be back here March 26th. Let's make notes. Yeah, because like I said, that video that you put out today, Max, that was really cool. I like that. I like that little idea. March 26th will be the next video, or next live stream. Max, we were talking the other day about losing things and finding them. I lost this pen a year ago and I found it. It was actually in one of my backpacks because I had stuck it in there with this notepad. And I just happened to find it and I was like, man, I didn't know that was in there. And I got to looking at it. I had made notes on a video I had shot. And I was like, there's that. Ink pen and all. This is a Fisher bullet pen, a little pocket pen. There's your GoPro. There's your Fisher pen. So a little bitty pen. But anyways, guys, we're going to wrap it up tonight. Imagine Chloe's wanting to go to bed and tired of hearing me yap. Yeah, Handy, go check his channel out. He's got some good stuff. He lives out there in the mountains. And it gets a little colder than it does here. I forgot where Handy's from. I want to say Kentucky, but I don't think that's right. Where are you from, Handy? Max is out there out west. He's out there where it snows deep and stays deep. And it's usually about April or May before it melts. North Carolina. Okay, that's right. That's right. North Carolina. But yeah, we're going to get the outdoor crew back together March 26th. Chase, you got a couple more hours to work, so get to work, make some money, enjoy that new raise. Handy, I appreciate you stopping in. March 26th, we'll be back here again. I'd like to see some more people in here, and we all hang out. And this next one, we're going to talk about something a little different. We're going to get back into gear and hiking. By then, I'll be getting ready to, well, I've already started shooting the first hike video and putting it together. So Comeback Kid is coming back, ready to hike. Got to work out too. But anyways, guys, that's it for tonight. I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate everybody that watches. Do not forget to sub, share, and like, and hit that thumbs up for us. If you hit thumbs down, I won't say nothing because I won't know you did it. But I really appreciate everybody that stopped in tonight. I appreciate Bill, Chase, Handy, Hike Camp, see AOK Forging and Venture was here. There's a couple others that's popped in and out throughout the night. Appreciate you. Good night. Be safe. Be prepared.